Hey everyone, I am so sorry. It's been a little bit wacky. This system wasn't working, and then I had to reboot it, and then I went on my personal page, which I never do Facebook Lives on my personal page. But now I'm here on my business page, and I am late, and we're going to get right to it in a minute. I do have a great gift for you to talk to your guides on how to ask questions and how to listen to the answers. So I'm going to give you that keyword in a second once I know it is all fired up. And and we're going to do this quick today because I actually am going to go play tennis after this. I've been really busy with welcoming 20 new people into Soul Finder Academy, which is my my signature program, Soul Finder Academy. And we just had some beautiful people come join us, and I'm super excited about that. But I'm very excited to talk to all of you and teach you the 3 important things that you need to know about asking your guides questions. And then I have an incredible gift for you that's going to take you further into the journey of asking your guides questions and knowing how to answer them. So if you put the word voice, I can't do that crawler. It makes me want to throw up. If you put the word voice in the comments below, you're going to get invited to a training that I have, which is going to talk to you about how to ask your guides questions. It's the voice of your soul. It's not the same master training you've seen before. It's a new training with the same name. So just know that. You always learn anyway, so you should watch things again. Put in voice. You're going to learn how to ask your guides questions. You're going to learn how they answer. And you're going to learn the symbolic language of your soul, which is everything. Those 3 things, that and getting clear. But right now, I'm going to give you 3 tips. Hello, we have some new Soul Finder Academy people on here. Hello, Dina. Hello, Jan. We're going to have to find out Gia. Hi, Jan. So we have a lot of people on here. So let me just talk to you real quick because today's going to be a little bit of a quicker one, and I'm going to take you into very quick. Nancy, another Soul Finder Academy person. I'm going to take you into a quick visualization to get clear, but I want to give you those 3 secrets into talking to your guides. And I want to give you what those 3 secrets are because it's really important. I just have to remember them. I have to remember those 3 secrets. I'm kidding. All right. So how many of you struggle with hearing the answers of your guides, hearing your guides answer your questions? And do you know how to ask questions? Do you really know how to ask questions to your guides? How many of you struggle with both of those things? Just let me know in the comments below. Because many times when I'm talking to people, I've been teaching people how to speak to their guides for the longest time. And many times what you're struggling with is mind chatter. So that's the first thing. It's not that you don't know your guide, you haven't met your guide, or you don't trust that you have a guide. Trust is a big thing, but mind chatter gets in your way. It's the really thing that messes you up. What is mind chatter? Mind chatter is your own thoughts saying this can't be true. This isn't going to happen. My guide's not going to talk to me. I'm a bad person. I drank too much wine last night. They're telling me I'm bad. Whatever it may be, that's mind chatter. And that gets in the way of talking to your guides. And you don't want to do that. You don't want to allow your mind chatter to get in the way. So one of the things you want to do when you're talking to your guides is it's really important that you just try to put that away. How do you do that? How do you clear your head? Well, if you take this voice training, you're going to learn some really simple techniques and tools on how to really focus on the questions and the answers and the symbolic meaning as opposed to the mind crap that goes on with you. So I want to tell you that don't worry. Like, one of the things that I try to teach people is to just trust. I'm giving you all the secrets really quick. Trust for 30 days that your guides are going to be there. Every time you get into self-doubt, the mind chatter kicks in. That's my Brooklyn accent. The mind chatter kicks in. Say to yourself, nope, I promise to trust. I promise to trust my guides. They're going to come to me. I promise to trust. I'm pushing the mind chatter out. So mind chatter gets in the way, and trusting them automatically allows you to start getting the answers. And it's going to help you to know how to ask questions as well. So let me just go to the thing. I jumped on from another training too. So I'm like in that, hi, Emily. It's at times I do struggle to ask the core questions, but it's a work in progress. So this is really great. What Eunice says is, at times I do struggle to ask the core questions, but it's a work in progress. And there is a way to ask questions. And this training, if you put voice in there, Eunice, I don't think you've seen this one yet. It does teach a specific way to ask questions. So it's really, really good. Feels like I've been struggling lately, Nancy says. Sometimes I have to be very firm with them. That's okay. You're allowed to be. A lot of people are afraid to be firm with their guides. They're really, really afraid. Okay. So do you think a pendulum helps with connecting with your guides? I think any tool or technique helps. In the beginning, I used tarot cards. I used the pendulum. I used different things to connect with them. Now I don't need any of it. But it's a great way to learn the instrument of your own body, your own soul, your own mind. Like if you're using, I know how to manipulate a pendulum. So now I've learned how to manipulate it, so I don't use it. I stopped using it. But I think it's a great way to be able to start learning how you're working with your guides. So it's really good. I learned how to do it. Sometimes confused whose voice it is I'm hearing. Is it guides or fear, etc.? So Jen, what you want to do, I can't go into all of this. It's too much to go into. I want you guys to grab that training. You're going to learn a lot. Jen, you're already in membership, so we can kind of take this question in there a bit. So it would be really helpful if you put that question in membership for your soul. So I could just give you a couple of tips with that. But what you want to do for 30 days is just trust. If you just say, I'm going to trust them, I'm just going to trust. And I'm going to give you a story right now. It'd be really, really great. So when I was, I can't do that crawler. It makes me want to crawler. My Brooklyn accent's just really out right now. I just want you to know that. Crawler, chatter, the mind chatter in your head. You don't want to have the mind chatter in your head. So what you want to do, so this is so good, own imagination. Jan, I could swear that I did a training in membership about manipulation and your own imagination. So yeah, put this question in there and I'll do a special training for you guys in there about how you can work with a mini me. I'll put that in there. I know I did it, so I got to think about it because I remember teaching it because somebody else had this question. We'll see if Laura loaded it in, but maybe not. So voice is going to teach you how to ask questions, how to hear the answers, and how to learn the symbolic language of your soul. I want to share a story, and then Corby, I'll come to you in a second. So when I bought my first house, I was in an incredible amount of debt. A lot of you guys know this. I was in not talking about my mortgage, had nothing to do with my mortgage. I bought a house that I had to completely redo. I was in $150,000 worth of debt for the renovations of the house and credit card to the tilt stuff. And I was fucking petrified. I was so scared. And I kept talking to my guides about it. And they said, look, you're not allowed to worry about this anymore. Every time you worry about this, you have to literally give it to us. And they would have me do that. Like I had to give it to them. And they said for the next 3 weeks, whenever this worry comes into your head, you have to hand it to us. And you have to they wanted me to do this motion and everything. So for 3 days, it was just 3 days in, anytime I got worried about the debt or about the money, I would go, okay, I'm giving it to you, Spirit. I'm giving it to you guys. You told me to give it to you. And I would release. By the third day, the class 28-day challenge, constant communication with your guides, dropped into my system. That's a class that's in membership. We have it in there. So it dropped into my system. And I never did a class like this. I mean, I was teaching already, but not like something like this that just dropped in. It's an amazing class. And I was like so excited by it. So I started working on it. And while I was working on it, because I was in creativity and I was in solution and I wasn't in fear because I gave it to them, how I could get out of debt dropped into my system. And I think it was less than 4 months later, I was completely out of that 150K debt. That's the power of your guides. You need to know, one of the things I told you, you do need to know how to ask questions. So you would be like, even if you don't get the answer right away, what do I need to know? You're going to learn this in the voice training. There's 3 ways to ask questions using how, what, and I think why. I channel a lot of my work, guys. So if you ask me to repeat something, it's really hard. I was just doing all the Q&As for SFA, Soul Finder Academy, and they can tell you because they were listening. I'm channeling answers. So I don't really remember a lot of what's teaching. My guides are teaching guides. So 3 secrets on how to ask them questions. Before we do that, we're going to do a little visualization right now. So we're going to do a quick little visualization that's going to get you into a future experience of something you want to experience. Because many of you even struggle with, what do I want to experience? How do I want to live? What do I want to live in life? I don't know. Do I have the right to ask for this? So that like trips up your guides too. How the heck can your guides answer your questions if you're not even clear visually what you want? So I'm giving you a lot more than 3 tips, I got to tell you. So everybody close their eyes and just take a few breaths into your soul, into your being, into your light. Feel what it's like to just bring that energy into your own being. Now, I want you to think of something you'd really like to manifest within the next year. It could be a new home. It could be $50,000 in your bank account. It could be writing a book. It could be a love. It could be a child. Just something, and I don't care how far-fetched it seems, something that you really would like to manifest in the next year. So I just want you to think about that for a second. I want you to really trust whatever comes through and not be like, oh, I can't have that. That's mind chatter. Remember we said we're not going to allow the mind chatter in. I want you to really allow your imagination to run and bring in 3 things, bring in something that you really want to manifest. So I'm going to give you a few moments to just settle into that. You may be like, oh, this is so uncomfortable. I promise I'm going to stop speaking in a second. Oh, this is so uncomfortable. You want to be uncomfortable. If you're comfortable, you're not changing. You want to be uncomfortable. You want to expand, because let me tell you, eventually uncomfortable feels like excitement. It's passion. I know there's people that just joined Soul Finder Academy that they were pushed into their uncomfortable zone, but they're also excited as all heck. Now you see that thing, right? I want you to project it out by like 10 feet in front of you. And I want you to actually do your best to visualize yourself experiencing this thing happening. And you may struggle with doubt, but again, we're pushing that out. And I just want you to allow yourself to see it. And I usually push it 10 feet out of you because I want you to witness it like you're watching a movie. It's almost like you're watching this happen a year from now and you're watching it like a movie. Just notice what you're seeing. Notice how it feels in your body to see it. Okay, now come into your body. Come back in. Breathe into your body. Say your name to yourself 3 times, calling your spirit back into your body. And open your eyes and tell me how that was for you. Tell me how that was. Were you able to see it? Were you able to see something clear? Did you trust it? How did it feel in your body to see it? Did you struggle with seeing it? So I'm going to give it a few moments as you say this. This is going to be a fast live this time, guys, because I'm going to go play tennis. I'm so excited to go play tennis. What are we supposed to see? I don't know when you joined. Oh, Cindy, it was 15 minutes ago. You're supposed to see a future thing that you want. Something that you want to create in your life. So I asked you, what is it that you want? Project it out by 10 feet and you're seeing that thing happening. So if you want to see $50,000 in your bank account, you would see yourself seeing $50,000 in your bank account. If you wanted to see the new baby, then you see that. How many of you struggled with that? Sometimes I'm not clear with my directions. I understand that because I operate so like that. So Tina says she was able to see it. Cindy, what was your dream? Let's start there. Tell me what your dream was. Was there anybody else who struggled to see it? That was awesome. Lana says, easy to see myself as it's my imagination. I have control of this, which is great, Jenny. So Cindy, what you could do right now, honey, if you didn't know what you were supposed to see, is what's your dream? Because I'm trying to take you into 3 tips, 3 key tips in order to get the questions. I have a hard time visualizing. It fades in and out. That's okay, Tina. How did you feel? That's what I would want to know. How did you feel? Okay. Christiana says, I felt the feeling of being free and secure, but the vision isn't totally clear. That's really good, sweetie. Very, very good. You still want to anchor into that. Feeling is everything. Some people struggle with visualizing, and there's nothing wrong with that. And a lot of times when I'm teaching people clairvoyancy, I'm teaching them how to feel. It's important to see how they feel. Sandra, my little magic girl, I saw the 100,000 me, and I was eating. Oh, gotta talk to you. How did we're gonna talk about. I love this. I love this. This is something I was gonna bring into membership. How about the 100,000 month me? And I was eating at a restaurant and feeling great with whatever I ordered. I love it, sweetie. Love, 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 love that. Carmen said, I saw it, but I wanted to cry to start getting emotional because it's your truth. It's your truth. Okay. So Cindy said, I struggled with it. I'm new at this. Totally fine, honey. What is it that you want, Cindy? What do you want to have happen in a year from now? You can answer that. You may not want to answer it publicly. You may not trust right now. It may be too vulnerable. But we all have to make decisions on what we want, okay? Tina said felt light and free. Good. So you want to work with that. So everybody's coming in. So here's the thing, Tina. I'm going to call you out on this a second. Oops, wrong guy. Hi, Vidara. It felt good, but it was blurry. It's okay if it was blurry. I'm going to teach you the 3 secrets now. And then remember, I have a training, the voice. Put voice in. Voice, voice, voice. And you're going to get a training on the voice of your soul, right? What the voice of your soul is, what your guides are, how to ask them questions, how to get answers, and how to understand the symbolic language of your soul. So you're going to get all of that. Okay, I felt light and happy. Great. I felt good, but it was blurry. That's okay. Wonderful. Yep, I saw my checking account in the high 6 figures on a cruise at retreats. Love it. These are my soul stars, by the way. So they're used to this work. So for those of you who are new, don't worry about it. With practice, Jan has been in my, Jan, how long have you been in membership? Carmen's in membership, Nancy's in membership, Sandra's in membership, Emily's in membership. So they're all like, they all know my work. So they're able to go there right away because they've been working with me and studying with me and they're magic themselves. I'm not going to take away their magic, but they know how I work. So they're able to trust it. So Cindy, it's really good. You want to be financially secure. That's a great place to start. It's a great place to start. Having a visual to financially secure anchors it in even more with your guides. So this training is going to teach you how to ask questions, how to listen to the answers, and how to learn the symbolic language of your soul. Okay. It's also going to talk to you about an incredible program I have. But anyway, you're going to learn a ton of stuff in there. A ton of stuff. It's really, really good. Jan's been in for a long, long time. And Jan just joined Soul Finder Academy, so I'm going to congratulate the heck out of her. Hi, Jennifer, hi, Debbie. Hi, Jerry. I felt calm and happy. That was my desires. Great. Okay. So I said I was going to give you 3 secrets. Now I'm giving you a training that's going to go further into how to ask questions. I've never taught this before. I never even taught to you guys in membership, right? I've never taught you this breakdown of how to ask questions. But I learned something new when I'm teaching, I'm channeling, and they taught me a kind of like a formula of how to ask questions because people struggle with how to ask questions. And you guys know I teach the ... technique. You're going to learn what the ... technique is in the training. It's really, really powerful. It's really powerful. It was taught to me by my guides. So the 3 secrets to how to ask questions to your guides, because you're not knowing how to ask questions, I'm going to give you 3 secrets. Now I started out this training with mind chatter gets in your way. So there's an awareness and you have to trust. So the first secret really to learning how to ask questions as your guide is you need a clear picture of what it is you'd like to manifest, create, experience. So your guides can't be clear with you. You won't understand their answers if you're not clear. But if you start with what I just did, that quick little visualization of something you want, that's the first key. So for those of you who struggled with seeing it, you want to ask, like, how can I feel more secure? How can I feel calm and happy? How can I feel really excited? How can I be living in my truth? Like, you're going to learn how to ask questions when you take this training. But it starts with that. So key number 1, secret number 1, starting with a clear picture, whether it's visual or feeling, or just wanting to be financially secure, starting with that with your guides. Because when you're asking all over the place, you're not going to get the answers. You'll get the answers, but you're like, it's like, they're speaking a foreign language to you. And you're like, I don't know how to interpret that because I don't know what they're talking about because I don't know what I'm asking. So many of you go out and you ask like tons of questions, or you ask these flippant questions, or you ask, am I going to meet the man of my dreams? How about seeing the man of your dreams or the woman of your dreams and then asking questions about that visual? So the first thing is seeing it clearly, or getting clear about the one thing you want to ask, even if it's more than one down the line, but start with one. The second thing is, this is a big one. You have to believe that that dream can happen. So maybe you can't, but act as if. So the first one is seeing the dream. Second one is believing it's possible. Just believe in the possibility of it. I'm just going to believe in the possibility of it. I'm going to open up to it. And then the third one is to trust, even if you're not hearing the answers, that they're answering. That's the third one. Now, there's further training in this training that you're going to get. But the first thing is seeing it clearly, believing that it's possible. Look, guys, Spirit put these dreams in your heart for them to happen, for them to be produced, to be given out, to happen. You weren't given these dreams in your heart to suffer. Now, it may not look like what's in your heart. It may look like something completely different, but they were given to you. Now you got to believe that. And then you've got to trust. So for the next 30 days, you're going to trust your guides. So yes, Day in the Life. This is a class that I have in membership. And it's a great, great, great class. Okay, so we're going to end soon. So remember, this training will teach you more on how to ask questions, how to listen to the answers, how you're getting the answers, and what the symbolic language of your soul is. So right now, what I want in this stream of comments, Dolly, you're going to have to go back and watch this, is that you're going to trust, you're going to do those three things. Give me the three things back to me. You're going to commit, you're going to pick a dream and see it and feel it. You're going to ask questions about it. You're going to believe that that's possible, and you're going to trust. So I just gave you 4. So I want to hear it in your own words, how you're going to do that. You're going to visualize something. You're going to believe that it's possible, and you're going to trust. So what if your dreams are to be with someone in a year on a cruise when the person is ill? Tina, it's a really good question. Thank you for this question, by the way. So that is a good place. It's nothing wrong with that. Even if the person's ill and maybe I don't know, let's take the extreme, say they're not going to make it or whatever it may be. It doesn't matter, because the energy of the possibility is there and it frees you up. Now, the thing is, you have to detach from end results. That's a big one. So what I do is say that's your dream, right? You allow yourself to be in the space of it. Spirit may want to tell you things about it now in order to enjoy the moment now with that person. But what I do is I go, it's either this or something better for my highest good coming to me now. It's either this or something better for my highest good coming to me now. So many of you, you're so steeped in fear. You're so steeped in anxiety. You're so steeped in scarcity. You can't possibly see what your guides have for you, which is so much greater than your vision. It's so much bigger than your vision. So I like this question a lot, Tina. I would say go for it, but that's the surrender part. That's the trust part. It's you know better than me. How long have you been on? Because then you probably heard my story. I think you've been on a while. No, you haven't. You should go back and listen to my story, because I gave a story about how I had to trust completely. Okay. So that'll be good. This is great. Nancy, got it. Get clear. Believe it's possible. Trust. Love it, Nancy. No wonder why you're in Soul Finder Academy. Hello, Debbie. I'm going to have a clear picture of what I want, believe that it's possible, and trust. Another SFA member. Beautiful. Corby, visualize, believe, and trust it'll happen. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Lori says, see it clearly, believe it will be, trust it will happen. Love it. You guys are doing great. Love it. Nancy says, have it in a dream, see it, believe the dream can manifest, trust is happening. Yes. So then you're going to learn visualize, believe, and trust. Hello, Soli. Yeah, listen from beginning. It'll help you. That's why I did a really short one today because one, I'm busy. And actually, my SFA people, I'm going to jump back on and finish the Q&A now because I want to finish it now. I'm still in that energy. So I was going to do it tomorrow morning, but I'm going to do it now. Hi, Linda. I haven't seen you a while. So I'm going to go, but put voice in. You're going to learn how to ask your guides questions, how they answer you, and the symbolic language of your soul. And it's called The Voice of Your Soul. Some of you may have seen this training, but it's a new training. We just put it out like 2 weeks ago with the same title. So check it out. Make sure you put voice in and opt into it again. And it's great. So I'm going to grab this from Jan, my beautiful Jan. For me, it's feeling it and immersing myself in it, which entails trust as well. Beautiful, beautiful, Jan. Love that. This is great. So put in voice and you will get that training, and you're going to learn how to ask questions, how they're answering you. And I love that, Carmen, how they're answering you and what the symbolic language of your soul is. Okay. Now, what I want to share with you is, again, the 3 things. Like we said, you'll see it all in there. You're going to have a clear picture. You're going to believe it's possible. And then you're going to trust that they're answering it. The other thing I want you to do is to detach and recognize that there's something even greater coming to you now. If you can get into the mantra that it's either this, now this was taught to me by someone. So it's either this or something better for my highest good coming to me now. When I was fully able to surrender in that, wow. And as I continue to fully surrender into that, life is so friggin' magical. 333, that number keeps coming up for me. 333. Eunice, 333, it'll happen. All right, Eunice, I know I have your question. I'm going to jump into SFA now and finish those questions. All right, guys. So remember, put voice in. I'll be doing probably a longer training next week. I just had a very, very busy week. We have all these, everybody welcome all the new SFA people, Soul Finder Academy people that came into my program. So excited to have you. And of course, all my members. I love all of you. And then all of you who I'm getting to know on my business page. Really, I'm getting rid of my free group. I don't do anything in there. I really love coming on here and seeing all of you every week. And I just want to thank you so much for your support of me and for always being respectful on the lives. That means the world to me. I love this community so much. So thank you. All right, guys, I love you. I'm jumping back into SFA right now. Talk to you soon. Bye. Remember to put voice in and watch that training. It's really good. It's short. It's like 45 minutes long. Bye.